Hey guys, it's Richard at Altfins with another market update. Today I'm going to look at some early indications that this market rally is running out of steam and we could see a pullback. The crypto markets have enjoyed a really nice run-up in the last 2 weeks with solid breakouts from falling wedge or descending triangle patterns, breaking resistance zones and signaling trend reversals. All fantastic things to see after several months of downtrend. Let's take a look at the performance. It's been in the last week or month, we're looking at 20 to 40% gains for most of the majors. Now, I remain bullish and I do think that this uptrend has more to go. However, markets never go up in straight lines, right? And there are going to be pullbacks. Even in an uptrend, there are swings, up and down swings. Now, if you're the type of trader that doesn't care about the up and down swings and is willing to ride it out, that's fine. Just stick with the trend. But some of you may want to time the swings and perhaps cut back on your positions when we get too far too fast and add to positions when markets dip. And it seems to me that after 20 to 40% gains in the last 2 weeks, momentum is starting to fade just as we approach the next resistance areas, in some cases, very stiff resistance areas. So today, I'll show you a simple way of checking which altcoins could be ripe for a pullback. But before I do that, let me just mention that if you are serious about making money trading altcoins, please check out our trading education curriculum, which includes 10 webinar lessons complete with notes, where we teach 7 specific trading strategies like the ones you'll see today that you can use on Altfin's platform. And these lessons are basically real trading sessions. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of ways of finding which coins could be ripe for a pullback. When you get to the dashboard area, here we have several predefined market scans, or basically building blocks for your strategies. And each one of them has a description with it as well. If you click on the help question mark, you'll get the description of this market scan and what are the trading rules, and additional info, education video and tutorial video available as well. But how do we find coins that could be losing their momentum just as the price is approaching resistance and therefore are ripe for a pullback? Well, one of these widgets or predefined scans we have here is called early bearish momentum inflection. Let's take a look. Looks like Binance Coin, XRP or Ripple is on it, Cardano. Let's go ahead and see more. All right, so how is this screen defined? It's defined as the MACD is still technically bullish. It is above the MACD signal line, and MACD is really one of the best momentum and trend indicators. However, MACD histogram is already pointing downwards. And so let's take a look. So this is a list of all the coins that have momentum fading or inflecting bearish. Let me demonstrate and show you what that means. When we go to the charts here, I add the candlestick chart. We can see that the buy flag, which was the MACD bullish crossover, happened a couple of weeks ago, just as this market rally began to heat up. But what we're noticing here now is that the green bars, which is basically the MACD histogram, and MACD histogram is the difference between the MACD line and the signal line. You can find more information about these in our knowledge base. But suffice to say that these are ways of measuring momentum in price. When these two lines are diverging, the green bars are increasing. When these two lines are converging, getting closer to each other, these green bars, the MACD histogram bars, will begin to decline. And what we're seeing here in many cases is that these green bars are starting to flatten out, or actually in some cases decline. And that's an indication of losing momentum. Momentum is fading, right? That's your swing up, swing down, swing up, swing down. So it's very likely, as you can see here, these candles are hitting some resistance level around $1.20 for Cardano. Similarly for Hex at about 17 cents and 17.5 cents. Polkadot at $22 or $23. All of these are experiencing some momentum fizzling or fading. Now we could go on and on, but let's get back to the overview. And here we can also look at the actual, the one other thing that I would do, or point out, is that you can also narrow these results down to either what you have in your portfolio, if you have connected your portfolio to our system via API, or you can narrow it down to the watch list. I'll narrow it down to the watch list. And now I'm down to about 15 coins. Now let's take a look at the specific situations or where this momentum inflection could be an issue. Is particularly, now I'm going to add some default analytics here, which I like to look at, which is a 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. I'm going to look at 6-month chart, and I have RSI and MACD down here. So where the losing momentum becomes particularly an issue is around resistance areas. And we highlight resistance areas in our curated charts. I recommend that you leverage that. And you can see for Binance Coin, the next resistance zone is around $450. That's where the price has in the past been rejected or basically has encountered some heavy selling from the traders, right? And after some really solid gains that we've seen here, like I said, 20–40%, there's going to be market participants that will decide that they've had some decent gains. They're going to cash in or basically take some profits off the table and see how it goes from there. So there's going to be some down swings, even if we believe that this is overall a beginning of an uptrend. And so like I said, the next resistance zone here in this case is 450, which is exactly what this price is kind of approaching. Also, there's a 200-day moving average, which also represents some level of resistance. So in this case, there's a very good chance that the price will swing down to the next support level or near the support level, which in this case is $400, before it resumes the uptrend. So I would be trimming my position, cutting back on my position if I owned it here, and then adding to the position if the price comes back to 400. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just break through these resistances and go higher to 500. It could be, but if I'm right, then I may get another solid swing entry point around the $400 level. Let's go to the next one, Ripple, XRP. So right now the price is at 86 cents or so. As you can see, another example where, again, momentum is fading, histogram bars are declining. The price, as you can see, it just got to that 90 cents 200-day moving average and the 90-cent resistance zone, okay, and we could see the price pull back to the support level, which in this case the next support level is around 80 cents, and that will give us another opportunity at this uptrend. Cardano has huge gains from really 75 cents at the bottom here to now $1.20 almost. So no surprise to me to see some profit taking from traders, which is reflected in the declining MACD histogram bars. So the momentum is fading, and I think there's a good chance that we'll pull back. And by the way, here's the $1.25 is the resistance zone, where in the past it was either a support level or a resistance level. Support and resistance change and switch, and that's a concept known as polarity. But while this breakout from the falling wedge is bullish, and we've had some massive nice gains, obviously things and prices don't go up in the straight line. So I would be not surprised to see it here pull back to the dollar level support, where I would be buying it on that dip with the presumption that we'll continue to go upwards from there. So again, this is a bit of a swing trading in the trend or with the trend. In this case, we believe it is the beginning of an uptrend. Another example is Polkadot, right at $22, and the momentum is fading a bit. Let's look at the curated charts, right? 25 is your resistance area. Well, we're not quite there yet. So we could see a little more upside, but it does seem like the price momentum is fading. Let's look at crypto.com, right? Curated chart. Where's the next resistance zone? Right at 50 cents. It's exactly where in the past has been rejected or in the past acted as a support level. So let's take a look. We're right at 47.5 cents. In fact, we've already hit the high about 2 days ago. The high, as you can see, was 50 cents, right on spot. And guess what? Now it's breaking. It looks like it may get rejected here and revisit the support level, which is the 200-day moving average, 40 cents. Let's look at the curated chart again to confirm. Yes, support zone is 40 cents. So I would again be selling or trimming my position here at 50 cents. Maybe it'll break through it and continue to go higher. But I think that considering the fizzling or fading of the momentum that I see in the last couple of days, it's more likely to pull back a bit before it rallies even higher. And so again, this fading of momentum is particularly an important indication when it happens around a resistance area, like we've demonstrated. A lot of times the 200-day moving average is a resistance area. Let's look at Litecoin. Okay, 200-day moving average is at 155, so we've got a little ways to go, but I think that there is a resistance zone closer than that at 140, where in the past, again, it's acted as a resistance area where it got rejected. Right back here in early February, it swung up, got rejected, and retraced to $100. So we're at that level. Maybe it'll break above it, but I see some fading momentum. So there is some risk that it will actually fade and pull back and give me another opportunity to get back on this uptrend. It does look like it is in an uptrend on the short-term and the medium-term basis. So there is clearly some signs of trend reversal. It would be very bullish to see it break above the 200-day moving average. That to me is always a signal of an uptrend. But again, in the near term, looks like the price momentum is fading. Now, that's one way to look at some potential pullbacks and basically some warning signs. Another way from the dashboard will be to look at, and we're seeing some of these coins get really overbought, like extremely overbought. So let's scroll down to the section where we have very overbought coins. Tron, Ethereum Classic, waves after massive gains. Let's take a look at the results here. There's quite a few of these. Again, I can narrow it down to just my watch list or your portfolio, whatever it is. But in any case, these are, let's take a look at the RSI. Actually, you can see the RSI under the oscillator tab. It's overbought. RSI 914 overbought. In fact, we can actually look at the specific RSI 14 level. As you can see, when it's above 75, and that's our very simple filter. RSI 14 is above 75. That's very overbought. In some cases, extremely. When it gets to 80, it's extremely. And some of these are really close to that level. In fact, if I remove this watch list filter, I think we're going to see some that are, look at this, at 90 waves. Another one, Silica, at 90. I mean, those two have had some massive gains, but are really getting extremely overbought and are at risk of a pullback. So those are the two techniques I would advise you to frequently use, especially after some solid gains that the markets have realized, so that you don't get caught flat-footed when the markets pull back, as inevitably they always do, because markets go up in swings. I hope that helps you with your trading. Good luck. If you have any questions, please email us at invest@alphins.com.